What's going on, guys? This is Jordan with Houston Strength again, and today we're going to be talking about the deadlift. So at the heart of the deadlift, it is a hinge as a fundamental movement pattern. And what that means is that the pivot point is going to be at the hip. The hip hinges back, we grab the barbell, we stand up. So the main things with the deadlift, you want to start with making sure you're generating tension, not only in the lower extremities, but in your back as well. So I like to use the analogy of a band. So you can take the band and we imagine that our body is the band. And so we want to be able to pivot at the hip, and we've got tension not only in the lower body, but in the upper body as well. And then we bring it to the extension. Our body's in a straight line from ankle to shoulder. So before loading up with a barbell, you want to master hinging with the back straight. So a good drill for this is taking a PVC pipe, bringing it on the back to maintain neutral spine, and work on hinging the hips back with minimal flexion at the knee. Once we master that, you can bring the PVC in front, hinging down, pull the hips to extension, ultimately progress that to a kettlebell, then to the barbell. So let's get into it with the barbell. When we're setting up, and I'm going to start talking about a conventional stance, you want to have the feet about hip width apart and pointing straight forward. The shins need to remain vertical for the most part. So when we're going down, if you squat down, your shin angle is going to be positive. The shin's going to be pointing forward. We want the shin to be straight up and down, so we push the hip back, we bring the barbell in tight, we squeeze the lats, so we want to take the slack out of the bar. I've got 135 on here, so I'm pulling up with 134 pounds of force, and then I push through the floor, bring my hips to the bar. My extension is at the hips. Again, I'm just pulling my hips from here all the way through. I'm not shrugging. I'm also not leaning back and hyperextending in the lumbar. So you want to make sure from the floor, bar is right up on the shins. Shins are vertical. Squeeze, get the slack out of the bar. Push the floor, bring the hips to the bar, squeeze. That's your lockout. So full speed. I'm going to step back, approach the bar, set my feet, drive them down. Knees are slightly out. Hips are going to go back. Back's tight. Squeeze, push, squeeze. And that's the deadlift. Thanks for tuning in.